now?
Yep.
Hi, we're back.
All right, yeah. We're back. We had some technical difficulties. We're still working through them. So thank you for your patience and everything. Val, would you like to introduce our guest and give everybody a little background?
I would love to introduce our guest. This is Dr. Chantel Grounding. She and I worked together in Nick's Riverside Grill, but she also just recently got her Farm D and Pharmacy.
Farm D.
In pharmacy, what?
I don't know. That's what I kept saying. How do you say it, Chantel?
It's just like an MD is a doctor of medicine, a PharmD is a doctor of pharmacy. So it's like knowing all the drugs and stuff.
Drugs.
Okay.
So doctor of pharmacy. So she is now a doctor of pharmacy.
Well, welcome.
Amazingness.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so while Marcus dials in everything, again, I'll take this opportunity to ask you all to like and share on all your favorite podcast streaming platforms. Facebook and Instagram, we're the District of Misfits. On Twitch, we are District of Misfits, all one word. Go to our YouTube channel, District of Misfits Show. Check out episodes of this show, as well as other content produced by District Dogface Studio. And you can also go to CrushingDC.com and purchase some wonderful gear, clothing, housewares, all kinds of fun stuff. Treat yourself, treat your loved ones. You'll be helping us out directly by doing so. And if you're interested in being a guest on the show or creating a podcast of your own, we can help you make that happen. Reach out to us at districtdogfacestudio@gmail.com.
Thank you.
That was fun.
That was lovely.
I did that without looking at the notes.
Yay.
That's amazing.
I feel like we all should be able to do that by now.
You would think.
I
You would
cannot.
think, but I have a lot of holes in my brain.
Same.
I mean, you put some more in this week, didn't you?
Definitely
Just
put
last
some
night.
more in this week.
Don't
No.
worry. I was
No, you know what's funny is, so I ate mushrooms last night. And
Yay.
It was
My
great. It was great. They were a bit more intense than I was prepared for.
Magically
which is,
delicious.
You know, always a thing. Because sometimes you got to test yourself.
You got to push the boundaries.
But when it was all said and done, I woke up today to a notification from this horoscope, this astrology app that I randomly downloaded like a few months ago.
What?
And all it says, if this is today's horoscope, all it said was stop treating your body like a ritual sacrifice.
That. It's fucking amazing. That's fucking amazing.
I felt very seen, very attacked.
By the stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, your app was listening to you, bro.
Yeah, literally stop treating your body like a ritual sacrifice.
Stop doing mushrooms.
No, but the mushrooms are supposed to be for my
Just stop hurting.
mental
yourself.
health. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's,
Like,
hey, I
I'm
take it for,
I wasn't taking a lot. I was microdosing.
we
But
all
they
know
were,
I take it from my brain.
Allegedly, but then you were apparently
They were
a
just
little harder.
They were just potent. Like the little tiny bit that I ate went a long way, and like I was totally fine. And then I went to the bathroom,
It's
You
the,
were not
and then
fine.
I puked my guts out, and I was like, "Oh,
here it
shit.
is. That's
It's
how it
about
happens,
to
man.
be- it's about
I
to
tell
be
you,
on."
anytime I did acid, I would go into the bathrooms and to be a picture, especially at the beach, of like a boat and the water would just start floating. I'm like, all right, I'm ready. And if you throw up, that just makes it even more intense.
Yeah, especially more so with mushrooms. I never threw up on acid, but every time I've thrown up on mushrooms, it's just like taking it to a whole.
I
Oh,
have never
Lord.
done any of those things, Mom, if you're watching.
She's a good one. Val's going to the good
Ever.
ones.
Ever. And she did not have corona.
I definitely did
She
not.
never had COVID.
I never did.
Ever.
Ever.
I did not.
Anyways.
I definitely did not.
So
My mom's not watching. She doesn't even know how to watch this thing. But just in case.
But if your mom could watch this show, would she?
No.
I don't know. She would be like, "What is this, Bambi? This District of Misfits."
What is this safe word?
Why are you doing safe words? What is that? Why?
She watches long enough, she'll figure it out.
Get past that first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I know, right? Oh shit! You know what? I meant to send you a link to this, and I totally spaced. So I've talked about my friend Marita before, and how she's an actress out in California, and she was on a Hallmark movie thing, or maybe it's a show. I don't.
Like
now
a
I should-
Hallmark Network movie?
Yeah, I think it's either a movie or it was like a show.
I would
But-
imagine something like that.
Is it
Like
Christmas already?
pays.
No,
They do them
it
shits
was
all
in,
year
like,
round.
It was in It's based in Hawaii. She was in Hawaii for like a month. It's called Hidden Gems.
Hidden Gems.
It premiered yesterday. Oh, hold on. It's like a. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. Maybe it is a thing. But so her dad sent me a link to it yesterday, and then like took a picture of like a hard copy from probably like the TV Guide or something of like the description. Of
Wait.
the
They still make TV guides.
I guess.
Oh, yes. God, as long as there's like bored stay-at-home moms
Wait,
and
I'm gonna show.
hopeless romantics, Hallmark's always going to have a market. Like,
I'm such a dick. I kept meaning to talk about it, to post about it, and then
why isn't
I
she on the
just-
show?
because she's
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you
She's a-
why.
because
I've
she's
asked-
busy.
I've asked her to get her on the show for well over a year now.
She's busy and she has children, and when she it's
She
she's
has
in
she has a career in Hollywood to think about.
but
doesn't
she's
wanna
in
soil
California.
herself.
That would mean that she'd have to be like being on the show while she was like putting the kids to bed.
Oh, yeah,
Do you know
it'd
what I
be
mean?
like-
That's impossible.
The kids are teenagers.
She's getting wasted at 6 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
She's getting
I sent
happy
you a
hour drunk
picture.
trying to keep up with us.
Yeah, that's the picture I downloaded. So I got
What's it called?
It's called Hidden Gems.
Hidden Gems.
there it is, Boo.
Oh, okay.
Like there she is. There's Marita.
Hi, Marita.
She's like we were friends from the womb.
She's not the star of this
I don't know.
because it doesn't look like she's
It's
the star.
Hallmark.
She
It's Hallmark.
appeared-
She's Asian. She's not.
She's the best
star.
friend. She's the best friend.
She is Hannah. She plays Hannah
The best friend.
in Hallmark Channel.
Is she the
movie,
kooky
Hannah?
best friend?
She's like the Asian best friend.
The kooky Asian best friend?
Perchance. Perhaps. But wait, let me show you. I'll send you the. Her dad is so adorable.
This is what That's what her friend.
Let's get him on the show.
You know, Nelson.
We're going to have everyone on the show.
He always calls me Bambolina. That's what he calls me.
Bambolina.
It's like Thumbelina, but Bambi.
Exactly. He'd be like, Bambolina, what are you doing? Where are you? You come to our house. Let's eat.
All right, well, I feel like we should what's our socials for this escapes us. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, sometimes TikTok at CrushingBoo.
Hold up,
Keep it simple.
Keeping it simple, and I as well.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
No.
No, good.
No.
Carry on.
Oh.
Carry on, my wayward son.
I feel like what you were going to say is going to be a lot more interesting.
I was just gonna bitch about how I'm not on TikTok anymore, really, but it's neither here nor there.
I think I've checked out pretty much too. I am the Pasteurized Chef everywhere because, like Boo said, keep it easy. Keep it easy.
I am at VMTDC on Instagram and the Twitterverse. And Valerie Michelle Torres, Michelle with the 2 L's on the Book of Face. 2 L's.
And our guest.
And ma'am.
89 at Instagram. Yeah,
Shantytown 89.
89.
All
Get it.
right, now that we've gotten through all like waylay and everything, and we're back on track, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Chantel, tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. From Southeast DC, Anacostia. Rep it always, forever.
Nice. Shall I say DC as fuck?
You know,
As you are.
Yeah, I still have the sticker that you gave me on my book, and like I feel like sometimes when I have my tables, they're looking at that and they're just like, "Is that appropriate?" And I'm just kind of like, "It's DC as fuck," you know?
If you have to ask,
Yeah,
then
You don't belong here.
it's a vibe.
yeah. Did undergrad at Penn State. Sorry, my eyes are acting up a little bit. Then made a silly, smart decision. I enlisted after I had my undergrad, but that got me to New Orleans for like 3.5 years.
Right on.
And so, yeah, I got to spend literally the best years of my life there. And then moved back here and just finish out that doctorate. So, yeah.
Nice. You said enlist in
The Navy.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to know.
Right
on.
Probably
So-
why they're, you know.
It's probably a good reason. So, I mean, where in New Orleans did you live?
I lived on the West Bank on base, and then I moved to Gentilly, which is like right outside of Mid-City. But most of my friends were like Mid-City or like Lower Garden District. Like,
I lived in the Garden District.
Yeah. How'd you like it?
Oh, I loved it. It was 21, 22, drunk every night. I went to Igor's to do my laundry.
Oh my! You know about Igor's? Wow, that's wow. Okay, all right.
Oh, yeah. I go with the great intention of footing clothes, and next thing you know,
Instead of shoving it all in a bag and dragging it.
Games of the pool, dragging it home, and starting all over next week.
So Marcus and I went to New Orleans like 3 years ago, I guess 2 years ago.
Yeah. Before
3 years ago. It was pre-COVID.
Okay.
And we went there and he was like, "Oh, let's go to this place." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "To drink?" I was like, "We don't have any laundry." He's like, No, it's a bar." And I was like,
With the laundromat in the back.
Laundromat. I was like, "That's weird as fuck." And I was like, "But I'm all about it. I do that."
Yeah,
shit.
dude. Like, if I ever do another restaurant, I'm gonna try to pass something like that. Get that going.
I mean, what's a better way to pass the time of like doing your laundry than drinking and having some snacks?
Yeah, and the food there was decent. It was bar food. It's New Orleans, you know.
Yeah.
So, what was one of your favorite spots in there to hang out?
Oh, Antiques, hands down.
Okay.
On Decatur Street, I like have T-shirts. I actually I went there like 2 weeks ago for just like graduation, and me and my friend ended up staying out drinking until like 10 in the morning. And my girlfriend at the time, we left her at home, and she 10 in the morning we're looking at the door, and then she pops up and she's like walking the door of the bar, and we're like, "Where did you come from?" She's like, "You made an Instagram post, you idiot. I knew where you were." And I was like,
that's funny. No, like when me and Val went down the first time, well, she went down with me. We went to Molly's on the Market at downtown on Decatur, and yeah, we were burning bras and doing mushrooms. It was a good time.
Yeah.
Burning bras.
That's right. We didn't. I didn't burn my bra, but somebody was burning their bra.
Somebody was burning their bra.
Yeah.
Yes. I've been to Molly's on the Mark. I love that place.
That place is great, dude. That fucking
awesome.
I used to go there, the Abbey.
Yeah. Our friend John Stanton is in town today. Shout out to my buddy Matt
John
Brown and his wife. They just got married this weekend.
Oh, that's the one you went to.
Yeah, I just came from a wedding reception at the Black Cat, which is basically like the who's who of everyone that's worked there over the last 20 years, give or take a couple of people.
That's fun.
But yeah, Stanton's in town, and he's like, "Yo, when are you coming back down?" And I'm like, "Not, not soon enough,
Not in the summertime.
Well, we need
Not in the summertime.
To do
We talked about maybe going in like February.
I was gonna say, a Misfits field trip.
I mean, I like French Quarter Fest, but it's getting big every year. Yeah. When I lived down there, it was like 2 stages. Now it's like 30, 35 stages.
When is that? What time of year is that?
April. It's right before Jazz Fest. It's like a week or two before Jazz Fest.
Gotcha.
So
I heard now they're charging people for Bayou Boogaloo.
What?
Yeah, like you have to pay a like barge fee to get in the water.
They gotta make that money. Gotta make that money somehow because you don't have enough people drinking.
Yeah.
Nah, that's good shit. So tell us more about this whole Pharmacy D thing.
Well, like it was the worst 4 years of my life. I mean, I was excluding the Navy. No, I'm just joking.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Yeah, no. It was. It sucked. It was like a lot of work, and it's like people don't realize how much like pharmacists do. Like you think, they're just like people are like, why is it taking so long for my prescription? You just slap a label on the bottle and do this. But it's so much more, especially with people who have like a lot of different like comorbidities or sicknesses, because it's like you have a bunch of different doctors. They don't know what you're taking. Yeah. And so we're sitting there and we have to go through all of like, the drug interactions, and then we have to like call the doctors, and people get mad at us because it's probably very, very similar. It's pretty pretty similar as being in the service industry, except it's just like different.
You can kill
knowledge.
somebody, and you can kill somebody.
Well, yeah. Yeah, you can kill somebody in the service industry if you're serving them too much drinks too.
That's fair too.
Or if you give them something that they're allergic to.
Yeah, one of my best friends is a pharmacist, and like I take a lot of meds for my brain injury, so I'm always just like, why am I taking this and why am I taking that? And she's like, why are you taking those two things together?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. So it's like I hear her. I lived with her when she was going through school and all the shit, and like she works at Holy Cross. She's one of the ones there. So like you said, I had no fucking clue, no idea, no anything. I didn't know how much money you fuckers make, which is fucking great money actually. So it's worth the hell. And then yeah, she went down in Berlin. What's the school? UMSC? Am I saying that right? University of Maryland.
Eastern Shore?
Yes.
Eastern Shore, yeah.
That's where she went to school. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I think she teaches there sometimes when she goes into town, and then so she's been doing it for about 5-6 years. So yeah, congrats to you.
Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I love it. I hate it, but it pays the bills, I guess. So, or it will be paying the bills.
It will.
Yeah. So.
Similar to the service industry.
Exactly.
Love it. I hate it.
Yes. My favorite is people who think that you set the prices for copay, and they're like, "I'm not paying it." It's like, listen, if I could give this to you for free, I definitely would. But I mean, it's your insurance, not me. You got to give them a call.
Yeah, you are totally just sandwiched in the middle of
right.
the whole fucking debacle.
Yeah.
Wait. So yesterday I was driving to work, I guess. Yeah. So it was early in the morning, and I had to like bypass some stuff. So I ended up on a I don't remember what cross street, but I was coming up back on Rhode Island Avenue, and there's like that Allied Health clinic right on. There's some lady comes out, she's screaming, and at that point I didn't realize what it was. Like I thought it was a house. She's screaming. She's got this like huge umbrella.
What up, Greg?
And she's like, "Bah, bah, bah, what the fuck what do you pay? Why I pay $400?" And it's like, what? So all these people come screaming out. She starts like banging like the wheel with her umbrella. She ends up breaking, and then she just kept going, "Touch me, go ahead, touch me." And then and these poor people are just like, what? But and unfortunately I had to drive away because I was driving to work. But I was taking video a little bit because I was like, what the fuck is happening?
She was mad because she was being overcharged.
She was mad because she paid $400 for something, but
I'd
be pissed.
Right. But I don't know. I mean, in all fairness, I don't know if maybe she was in the wrong or she was in the right. I have no idea.
I'm gonna go and lean. I'm gonna go ahead and just bet on the little person.
Isn't Allied Health like a little clinic?
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. The person that gave her the bad news was not the person doing the
bad news.
Doing wrong.
Right.
They just happen to be the middle person.
Right.
And so
she and as I was driving away, I heard the
Dude,
she broke the window.
It's brutal. Like I went to go pick up some medicine for my kids, and I didn't have the little insurance code thing that and I was like, I got there and it was like $4 something, and I was like, well, you know what I don't have. And I called, of course, I called their mom, and she gave me the code thing, and then it was like $60.
It's a big difference.
Such a racket.
That's the whole disparity between that shit, whether you have it or not. Is fucking ridiculous. That Martin Shkreli dude should be.
I want him dead.
He should be tied. He should be strapped to a fucking fire ant mound.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one.
And left to fucking be devoured whole, alive.
Slowly. Little honey on him.
The cats will eat his face.
Yeah, covered in catnip and thrown into a fucking pit of feral cats.
Some little pigs eat them.
Who are the assholes that basically are responsible for poisoning everybody with fentanyl that basically just got off for
Purdue.
Yeah, those people. Skinned alive, left out in the sun. You know what I'm saying?
Have we seen that movie? Has anybody seen, or is it a show, I believe, about the Purdue family?
Oh, it's on Hulu, right?
Something.
No.
Well, you were telling me about it.
I was?
Yeah.
Wait. Okay, Dope Sick.
Dope Sick, yeah, with Michael Keaton.
Yeah, that shit keeps popping up on my, the older version of Hulu, which is what I have on my TV because my TV is old. It just automatically will start like playing a different whatever. Like if you're not paying attention.
Yeah, mine plays Solar Opposites whenever I finish a series.
Yeah,
it
dope.
automatically starts either Rick and Morty or Solar Opposites.
Yeah, it's always but it's not like when it finishes the series, every time it plays an episode, then it doesn't play the next episode. It just plays Dope Stick. And I'm like, why? Like, and I've heard good things about it, but now I don't want to watch it because it makes me
they're
mad.
trying to make
Yeah, I want to
Every
watch it,
time
but I
it
know that
comes
it
up.
will just completely fucking set me off. Yeah.
But also they're forcing me to watch it and it makes me mad. So then I don't want to watch it anymore. But I heard there was a good show.
Any you nerds watching Kenobi?
Not yet.
I've seen them.
Started on it.
All of them, Marcus?
Not all of them, but I've seen first one or two.
Started on. Yeah, there's 3 now. There's 3.
There's 3.
I like it. It's good stuff.
I did hear about the episode where his daughter came on, was on the show.
Who's
His
daughter?
real life daughter.
Yeah, his real life daughter.
His real life daughter is on the show.
It's like just the thing. She's like the one, the drug dealer or whatever. And she's,
That's Ewan McGregor's real life daughter.
yes, and it, and she goes,
it is actually.
He
I heard
says
that.
something about like something daughter. He goes, "I had a daughter once."
Oh wow, that's funny as shit.
It's super meta.
I love that. Yeah, I love that nerdy shit. That's good stuff.
Now there's a lot of good shit out. Actually, I started watching. What was The Man Who Fell to Earth or something?
Mhm.
Oh, was that good?
I watched the first episode. Actually, I'm not finished the first episode, but like it's one of those things that just came on while I was doing shit.
What's it
And
about?
An
A man
alien.
from another
He's an
planet.
He's an alien. Okay,
Yeah.
a
So-
black alien.
Yeah. So
A
the two main
Blalian.
the two main
Blalian.
characters.
You don't see movies about Blalians nowadays, dude. That's some rare shit.
And it's one of those things. I started watching it. It was I was actually like turned into it. I was like, all right, I can fuck
Is
with
he
this.
from Mars? Is he a Blartian?
He goes, they're like, where are you from? And he like just points
He
out.
just points. Blalians. I love it.
Coin that. Coin
Coin that
shit.
Blalian.
Blalian is fun.
Oh shit. Oh, my God.
Blalians.
Yeah. Oh, and then there's like Stranger Things just came on, and then Chantel, you were talking about The Boys. I haven't watched it yet, but
I can't wait to dig into The Boys.
Don't eat the first 15 minutes of the first episode.
Oh, it's like that, huh?
You should not be eating.
It's like that.
And it's like all I'll say is like you'll see it coming, like, but it's just like it's just The Boys, it's just like gory and like, yeah,
hashtag the whale scene.
yeah.
Or actually, shit. The first 10 minutes of the first episode, you're like, "What the fuck just happened?" Like, oh, it's gonna be like this for a whole season. kind of situation. Like, yeah,
Yeah, I hear it's a lot of guts and blood. And
oh
shit.
yeah, a lot of gore.
I'm excited. I love that show.
I think we should watch it after the show.
Okay.
Goodness.
We do have a big TV in our studio.
I gotta load in the morning. I'm gonna have to run out of here. Yeah, man.
Boo.
Dude, I haven't worked in the last 3 days, which is weird because I've been grinding for the last 2 weeks. So
So Chantel, Boo is a stagehand, and so he gets called in to do like, so a lot of times like load in, load out of different shows, or like setup of different like events and shit.
spent most of last week on the west lawn of the Capitol out in the elements, and then finished that, and then went to FedEx Field to set up for Coldplay in the middle of a giant burgundy and gold colored skillet. That was
So hot.
so fucking hot.
Dude,
No
when I-
cover.
Dude, when I
No
worked
cover.
there, when I worked there during like the daytime, it's hot as fuck in that little
Dude, I mean, like, props to them, dude, because they had water everywhere, and it was
Yeah.
cold. Like, they had water everywhere, and you
Ice cold
literally
water.
like enough for you to like drink a bottle and douse yourself with one. Like, not that I did that, but like, just point
coulda.
being, it was just, yeah, it was so insane. But then, yeah, I finished that and found myself off for 3 days and really just kind of recovering because my body was just like,
Did you
beat.
recover? Did you just add to it?
So I worked a double on Tuesday when it was like 150 degrees outside, and I was like, I might just die.
I try to like rationalize you being down on the water. I'm like, oh, she's down by the water. There's a breeze.
It's so hot.
She'll
It's so
be
hot,
fine.
and it's just like I mean, Chantel, it's like
Yeah.
dead air. It's like it blankets your face, and like you can't breathe, and it's just so hot. At one point, like I had three. Normally, we have two big industrial fans out there. I had a third one, Ricky. Like so, Ricky just happened to. He doesn't normally, manage on Tuesdays. He was managing that morning, and he comes outside. He brings out the third fan. He goes, I was like, no, it's okay. He's like, Val, I don't want you to die. Out there, and like and like later on in the day, when like maybe like 4 or 5 o'clock, when like the heat is just like
it's really that after 3 o'clock sun.
And he
really
looks like he comes out now. He's come outside from the air conditioning. He looks down at me. He goes, "How you doing, Val?" And I go, "I think I might expire." I was like so hot, and like I felt the grime all over me.
Are we properly hydrating, Valerie?
I had a big bottle of water that I didn't have time ever to drink it. I take like 2 sips, and then I'd put it back in, and we were just busy enough that it wasn't like horribly busy, but just busy enough that like I didn't always have time to like drink out of my water bottle.
Wasn't that also the monsoon? Was that Tuesday?
No, that was
Thursday.
That
right?
was Thursday. Yeah,
Thursday?
No, I was also in the monsoon on Thursday. It was like the elements.
I watched that storm from my balcony and was like, "Holy fucking shit!"
It was crazy, and it would just be like 10 minutes of like just downpour, and then it gets sunny again. So then I'd be like, I guess I could stay out here, and like I had like a handful of people who were like staying out in the elements with me. So I was like, all right, and then it was just like downpour, and I was soaked.
I can normally see Mount Rainier I can see the neighborhood of Mount Rainier from my balcony easily. Zero visibility.
It was crazy.
Like I couldn't see out my window.
The apartments directly across the street from my house were the only thing visible. During that storm.
I was in that storm. I was just out in the storm I was like, well, I mean, I guess we're already here. I'm already soaking wet.
Down by the river.
We might as well just stay out here and have fun. I might have gotten a little bit drunk.
Dude, let me come on.
What else you gonna do?
You are doing yourself a disservice by not having a fever during all that.
I mean, it's Nick's. Come on. If you're not like half drunk by towards 3/4 of your shift, you're not working.
Right.
So why don't you tell us some stories about Nick? You got any fun down by the river stories?
I have so many Nick stories. It's like it doesn't even make any sense. There's a reason why like people can't leave that job. It's like it's like the boyfriend that like beats you, but you're like, oh, he'll get better this time. I'll come back, and then you're like, why did I come back? Because you can't. Like that is Nick's.
It's like the mob. You can't get out of it. It's like the mob.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Can't get away from it.
It's I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm trying to think about like, okay, let's talk about the time that Nick shows up randomly. Randomly. And like, Nick is like, I don't know. He lives in Florida now. I mean, his name's just kind of there just for like show at this point, pretty much. He'll pop up and he'll be like, listen, we need to do this. We need to do that. We need to do this. And we're like, yeah, okay, all right. And then like our managers are like, yeah, don't just do your job. You know what to do. Da, da, da. And then he'll just be like, all right, I love this staff so much. Everybody, let's just take shots. Let's just take shots.
Tequila, everyone.
That's why y'all are drunk all the time. That's why.
Yeah.
I remember the first couple of times that like Nick would come in and he'd be like, let's do shot. And I was, still kind of new. And I'm like, I've known Nick for like 20 something years. Like we were friends and I worked there the first time around in like the early 90s, mid 90s, I guess. And like, and I was just like, like he'd be like, let's do some shots, Val. Everyone, let's do shots. And I was like, and I'd look around to the managers and be like, am I allowed to do this? Like, I don't know. I feel weird. Like giving everybody, like the servers, everyone, the hosts were doing shots. And I was like, I guess. It's just crazy. It's just some crazy shit. And you always have to do, as I said, we've discussed many times here on the show the different things that happen with like customers and like people who show up there and just like the crazy fucking shit that you have to deal with when you work down at the waterfront. And it's just, oh my God.
I mean, it's a good mix of people from VA, DC, industry
And the
folks,
tourists
and Torres.
fucking
So that's a good like hurricane mix worth of
Oh my God. It
Everclear.
was just like every day is like perfect storm. Also, like nothing ever works. So, like yesterday,
It's like the ice cream machine at McDonald's.
yes. So,
Mhm.
Chantel, you would appreciate this, but also appreciate the fact that you weren't there
Mhm.
because. So yesterday, behind the bar, it's a lovely day. Everyone's so nice.
Lovely day.
Everyone's in such a good mood, and like the people who were coming to the bar were like lovely, pleasant, like really not any like horrible like, interactions with people. We have 2 terminals. We have 2 POS systems behind the bar.
Mhm.
One of them, the credit card system, the credit card thing doesn't work. So you
Awesome.
always have to use the other one if you're going to run credit cards. At some point, they weren't communicating. So if you started a check on the one, it wouldn't show up on the other one that you had to run the credit cards with. Of course, everybody's paying credit cards. So then we'd have to like void, we'd have to reprint it out, void this, do that. Sometimes that one wouldn't even work. So then we have to
Jeez.
run inside to go and like run a credit card. And like also then the draft system wasn't working. So at some point early in the day, I'm like, I don't know, I feel like these beers are kind of warm. And then I finally was like, Anthony was managing at the time, and I go, I don't know, I don't drink these draft beers, but like they are warm. I was like, they are like okay, they're not like coffee warm, but they're not cold enough to be serving.
When the hot
So
goes
then-
cold.
When the cold gets hot, can you tell?
They're making fun of me. Don't worry about it.
When the cold gets hot.
Can you tell?
Can you tell?
This is a question Marcus asked one of their guests one time, who was like a coffee connoisseur. And he goes, when the cold goes hot.
No, I said the other way around. The hot
No,
goes-
or the hot goes cold. He's like, can you tell the difference in the tea? And everyone was like, what?
So my question was based
One
off.
is hot and one is cold.
That was not the question I was trying to get out. What I was trying to get out was, is the flavor profile different from the super hot to the cold?
Yes.
And I was never able to get that question out.
Absolutely
Therefore,
not
I
what
live
you
with
said.
that question.
Hot
I
goes
couldn't finish my
cold.
question. Y'all started
Did you
laughing.
tell?
We did laugh. That's true.
There's a lovely clip on that on our YouTube channel if you'd like to like it.
I will go check it out.
So what was I saying? Oh, so then we had to close down all the draft beers. We were like, nope, all drafts, no drafts. Also, the one cooler that's working behind the bar because the other cooler doesn't work. The one cooler behind the bar that is allegedly working also was not working very well. So our bottled beers were also a little bit warm.
Remember that time when you owned a bar on the waterfront in Georgetown and you made so much money all the time?
So much.
But you just can't seem to handle the basic fucking shit to keep your fucking shit running. I remember those days.
I mean, it was just and like the thing that is so frustrating is that it doesn't have to be that way, right? Like the level of anxiety that I had, because now you're staring at 500 people looking at you, wanting to
Thinking
get
it's all your
drinks.
fault.
But they're like, they want to order. They're all like, hey, like waving at you. And I'm like, hold on, I have to wait for this fucking credit card to run. Excuse me. And like, or we'd have to like reboot the computer. So we had to be, hold on a second, I have to reboot this thing. Like, it's so frustrating. And it doesn't have to be that way.
I mean, how often do they have someone come in and check their draft lines?
I don't have an answer to that.
Well, I'm asking rhetorically because average bar does it what, every 1 to 2 weeks?
Every week or so.
Yeah, every 1 to 2 weeks you have somebody come in.
Yeah.
At
St. Arnold's, every week someone comes in and cleans the lines.
Get it together, Nix. The season is
it's
upon us.
And then I think to myself, we're just in June. Like, I don't know. You know, I don't know how much longer I can be like every Saturday. And it's all like Saturday is the most stressful because that's when you have the most people, right? And it's just like the anxiety that just gets me. Like, I'm just like, I don't even know what to do anymore because like people are just, you know, you can't get to people enough, you know, when you have all these other things that are supposed to be working that aren't working.
And I mean, that shit's costing you guys money. It's
Right.
lost revenue. It's lost tips.
Right. And like, honestly, like if you don't even care about like the fact that the employees aren't making money, wouldn't you care about the fact that you're losing revenue? Right.
You would think.
Yep.
You would think. So, with the power of technology, I had this clip. When the hot gets cold.
Okay.
Could you tell?
Oh, do tell. I like your little coffee heart. That's cute. Thanks, Val. So, how is your palate for coffee? Like, can you tell like the difference between like a cold brew or a hot brew that went cold?
Well, one's cold and one's hot.
Well, no, I said if it's
I think we got another Bruce over here.
hot coffee gets cold. You fuck nut.
I love you so much.
My point was, can you
But you said that sober.
but can you tell the
Go with
difference?
it, man.
Oh, that's a notch, by the way. That's a notch for
Oh.
Marcus. Right there. That's a notch right there, yeah.
Can
you tell the difference between
Wait, do I take
cold
that?
brew and hot coffee?
What I meant was once it, you know, I forgot.
Should I take your remote for you?
There you
Yes.
There
yes.
you go.
Pour a shot for Reggie.
Thank you, Reggie.
But as far as what I think you're asking,
If they would let me finish the fucking question again. If the hot went cold, could you tell the difference of the brewing
You mean
process?
that shit. Stop trying to make it
no.
up.
The hot went cold.
If the
I
cold
wanted to
gets hot,
stab
can you tell?
everybody.
And if I rerun this shit in the
this.
microwave,
And if you can, how swell is that?
if I add baking soda.
And now, deep coffee thoughts.
Baking soda.
Not the baking soda. Gee golly, Mr. Wilson. Oh my Lord. What you cut over there?
That
Yo,
sure
shout out
is
to
swell, Mr. Wilson.
Fuck my life. I feel like that whole show was like, let's bag on the white boy. I think that's what it was. The whole show.
I mean,
The best is like that was one of the shows that Marcus could not drink. He was not drinking. So we were every time he did something, we give like the penalty shot to somebody else, or we take like notches. We'd like take. He was like take. I think there were like 25 ticks of how many times he needed to do a shot.
I would have been very drunk that night if that was the case.
Yeah. So we used to back in the day. Before COVID, we used to do shows on location, like at different restaurants and bars and stuff. So that was like I said, like the thing said, it was at Left Door.
I think that wasn't our last one. It's one of them.
Now our last one is a Kitty O'Shea's. That was
Right.
our last one.
Yeah. COVID. What a
Stupid
worse week to
COVID.
come. Could you come in a worse
Stupid
week than St. Patrick's Day weekend?
Right.
Come like in the middle of October or fucking June.
Or at least like do it like after St. Patrick's Day. Like
right.
what it literally was 2 days before St. Patrick's Day when the whole fucking world shut down.
And I was so dumb, I didn't know what was going on. I fucking was clueless that a pandemic was about to happen. I was like, it'll be like a week or two. We'll be fine. We'll be back open.
Yeah, I think we were all
All of us are
probably blindsided by.
I mean, if you look back at that show, we were all like kind of joking. We were calling it like, oh, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
And Val, you went on vacation.
The week before, we had just come back from Puerto Rico.
Oh, you just got
the 6th was when we got back. And even then we were still, because, COVID had sort of started like, ramping up, and we were joking around on the plane or when we were in Puerto Rico, we were like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if we got like stranded here because of COVID?
Now, how funny would that actually
would not have been funny. It wouldn't have been funny at all. Where the fuck would we go? Where would we live? What would have happened if we actually got stranded? Because if you think about it, you look back on it, people weren't allowed to fly for months.
Right.
Right? So what would we have done? Where would we have gone? I'm still paying the rent at home. Then we'd have a place to live. Like, if we had none of our stuff, you know, and then
You wear the same
That's
4
what-
outfits.
well, yeah, well, everything was closed, so it's not like you could go shopping to buy new clothes or anything.
Been like Gilligan's
people-
Island and shit.
Poor
Wash
Mike
your-
Moore, he would have had to like, you know, he'd have to put up like 7 bartenders from DC. We were just
Jesus Christ.
live with him,
Be no booze after day 3.
right?
No, none at all.
That'd been crazy ass shit.
All right, kids.
Anyway,
Boo, how you feeling over there?
I'm good. I'm scrolling through my Facebook memories, which is giving me super anxiety and making me
well then stop it.
really thankful. Well, I went to see, like, you know, if anybody like tuned in when I posted that, you know, the show was on, since we were on and then we stopped being on. But yeah, Facebook.
All right, well,
Anxiety.
back here.
High anxiety.
And we're back.
PS.
Anyway, so while I have y'all here and have your attention, take this opportunity to reach out to all the homies, homettes, and non-binary loved ones in your world and have them like and subscribe and share this show on all your favorite podcast streaming platforms. On Facebook and Instagram, we are the District of Misfits Show. Go to our YouTube channel and subscribe to the District of Misfits Show, where you can catch episodes of this along with other episodes of content produced by District Dogface Studio. On Twitch, we are District of Misfits, all one word. And go to CrushingDC.com. Check out our gear. Purchase something for yourself or someone that you care about. And if you're interested in being a guest on this show or creating a podcast of your own, reach out to us at districtdogfacestudio@gmail.com.
So very quickly, you know, there was a specific day this week, June 1, that was signifying the beginning of my birthday month.
Yes, the beginning of the Gemini birthday month.
Yes.
Gemini, more like Gemma. Why?
So yes, it's my birthday month. June.
Where's your tiara?
I left it at Nick's. There was actually a birthday girl tiara at Nick's, and I was wearing it for a little bit, but it kept getting stuck in my hair, so
Princess Bambi.
I took it off.
Up there, Val.
Huh?
Val like hides pins in her hair when she's working.
Oh yeah, I do.
You're looking. You're like, why? How do you? Yeah.
I know.
It's
I just
it's
shoved
so
them-
gross.
I shoved them in the little bun. Why? Why is it gross? My hair is clean.
I don't want to touch pan out your damn
My
hair.
hair is clean. Like it's not like I
You
don't
touched
wash my
worse,
hair.
Marcus. You
Yeah.
you
Maybe-
touched way grosser.
You touch.
I
you
mean-
stick your finger up people's buttholes, Marcus.
Yeah, finger fighter.
I feel like every guest who doesn't know what we're talking about gets lost in the sauce.
Marcus, apparently one of his strategies for fighting people is stick his finger up his butthole. Their butthole.
It works. Nobody wants
He's
to fight that guy.
squirrely. He's squirrely. He's a little guy. He's got to be a little squirrely.
He's squirrely. Marcus also looks like he might be a biter too.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely
Absolutely.
A
I
biter
admit-
and a poker.
I have.
A biter and a poker.
Hi,
Oh, look who
Mark.
it is. The sister.
I was just talking about Marita earlier. Proud friend moment.
Yeah,
Um,
Val, what are you gonna do for your actual birthday? What's
So funny you should ask, Boo.
are we going back to Fogo de Chao?
We can, because you know that could be a birthday month.
Professional
activity.
eaters only.
Yes. Not somebody who's gonna say after 2 bites, I'm tired. I want
No.
to go to sleep.
No 2-plate wonders on this joint. You got to be in it to win it. You got to be able to down. You got to be able to take down
2
4
bites.
plates.
Shit, 2 bites, bitch.
You got to be able to take down 4 plates on this trip.
Mm-mm. Anyway, yes, we can do that. Also, on my actual birthday, which is June 20, 2 weeks from tomorrow,
Twin.
I am going to
Monday.
have a birthday party at the Town Tavern,
Little Town Tavern.
and I'm cutting all my hair off. As I
How
did.
short is it? You gonna go just to the shoulders? A little bob.
That's how, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I have to talk to John because the problem
Is it going to be like
is
this?
It might be as short as that. Yeah, not like that because my hair isn't curly like Rita's. It would be straight. Um, but the problem with cutting my hair to a certain length during the summertime is that if it's not short enough, it will just aggravate the shit out of me on my neck. That happened a few years ago. There's one time when I cut my I've cut my hair short 3 different times. The first time I cut it was when I turned 35. So what's that?
39 years ago.
15 years ago. Yeah, fuck you, Marcus. So I cut it, and then I kept it short for several years. And one time, my friend John, who cuts my hair, he cut it, but like it was summertime, and it was sort of like to here. And it's so aggravating. My neck was like constantly irritated because the ends of my hair is so straight, so pin straight, that it was like, it was just irritating that my neck, and I had to go back to him. I was like, dude, you have to cut it all the way short.
So the last time you cut your hair, did you have any of those cats? Has your hair outlived these cats?
I did have all those cats. I still have those cats.
Has your hair outlived these cats?
Yeah, I had all of them.
I know.
The last time I cut my hair, it was 5 years ago, and I never actually got it fixed. So it was very janky. Like, so I did a fundraiser at where I used to work at Rumors, and I separated my hair into 3 parts. So I had one person cut the back, 2 people I raffled off, like, who gets to cut my hair. So my friend Ellen, she cut the back, and I asked her to cut it kind of short because I wanted it to be pretty short and like maybe a little bit further down in the front. My goddaughter cut the one side, my nephew cut the other side. So then it was like a little bit janky. And my friend John, who normally cuts my hair, he was supposed to be there. His daughter was sick, so he couldn't be there to fix it. I never actually got it fixed. So imagine, Chantel, I don't know if you've ever watched the movie Pretty in Pink. No. 16 Candles?
Yes.
So, the girlfriend, when she gets her hair stuck in the door and then they cut her hair.
Mm-hmm.
That's what my hair looked like.
Oh.
And I never fixed it. I just like took some scissors and tried to like even it out a little bit, but I never actually got it fixed by a hairdresser. So for 5 years, my hair just grew out unevenly.
What's wrong with you?
I didn't care. They were like, well, why don't you get it? Do you not care that your hair? I was like, no, honestly, it's just hair.
Asymmetrical haircuts are all the rage.
It was really hair. I'm going to try and find this picture, and as we're chatting, I'm going to try and see if I can find this. And
you can do it.
I'll send it to you. But yeah, so 5 years. This is like now my hair is like almost to my knees.
It's ridiculous.
Which is very long. And now, to be honest, so the 2 previous times I've cut my hair, I haven't really cared a lot. Like, it's just like, whatever, I'm cutting my hair again. I don't know why this time I'm a little anxious to cut my hair again. The first time I cried, I was a disaster.
Why'd you cry?
Well, because imagine it was 22 years of me, like, where my hair was like my identity, right? From high school all the way, because high school is when I started growing it out, all the way through like college. When people identified me, they'd be like, hey, do you know Val Torres? Val Torres with the hair, Val Torres. It was my identity. And I had my hair, I had a whole party again, cut my hair at the 3rd edition where I used to work. And I had like all these people staring at me. I wish there was like the GoPro at the time. Like, I wish I had it on my head so I could like pan around to show everybody. Was like, you could do it, Val. Like, yeah. I'd also had a few drinks. And like at one point, my girlfriend Luli, one of my best friends, she came from New York, and she's like, Val, you can do it. She goes, all the bad is getting cut off. You can do it. It's going to be awesome. All the bad is being cut away. And I was like, you're right. And I
So
like burst
cathartic.
into tears. But the funny thing is, once it was cut, like I didn't give a shit. I was like, here it is. My hair is short. Also, it was a lot less shampoo that I had to use.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like,
Saving tons of money on shampoo
God, yeah, I never really thought about that aspect. How
and
much?
conditioner.
yeah, I mean, like it's like now I really have to fill my palm like this with shampoo and conditioner. When my hair is short, it's like a dollop. That's all I have.
I mean, you see what I'm working with. I don't even have to put anything in there. It's fucking.
Well, that's gross.
We
So,
just
yeah, so-
condition the scalp and keep it moving.
We'll see what happens. I don't know. They were so if you refer back to the photo, this was on Thursday. I went to Town Tavern. I was like, Gracie, you need to help me make this event. And so the crazy ass photos that we were taking. So that's Carl up there holding my hair. At one point, I was like below the little ledge there, and we had Carl pulling my hair up like this.
I mean, it looks like he's tagging you.
I know. Well, that's what's funny about it. The even more funny, the more ironic and hilarious thing about that photo is that Carl is gay. So,
You don't say.
I don't know. It's funny. And I was like, my mom might see this photo, but that he is gay as fuck. Speaking of which, friends,
Happy
It's-
Pride Month, everybody.
happy Pride Month, and Crushing DC has a bunch of new products that we'll be having on our page at crushingdc.com. If you'd like to check it out, we'll have them all up within the next week. Marcus, can you show some of the new things that designs that we have? We have 202 as well.
Makes. Oh, I love the human one. Big fan.
Human,
Who, man?
the District of Misfits,
Because we is.
because we are. You might be a little proud AF.
We got to send one of those to Josh Pruitt.
Well, speaking of Mr. Pruitt, no, it's in the news. We can say his name as much as we want now.
I didn't want to give him that much oxygen. I just wanted.
Oh.
It's true. It's
I
true.
just
Let's
wanted to
continue
chat.
with some of our products.
Oh, I have to download more.
What? I thought you downloaded all
I mean,
of them.
we have been battling the technical
Right.
difficulties.
Anyway, so we have a bunch of different things that we're going to be putting on the website. So please check it out. We'll have a discount code for Pride Month, and we're super excited. Also, I feel that this would be a nice little segue into Chantel, you are in the LGBTQ plus community. We've talked about a lot of different things, like, you were in the military, you've been in the service industry. How do you feel that that's like sort of played into your experiences, if at all? I know that there are a bunch of different people who have different experiences in both those realms. What are your thoughts?
I definitely think in the service industry, not being street passing, definitely I felt some like tips and like, how people approach me. But I mean, it's Georgetown. So even if the bad tips, you have the good tips, they balance out. I feel like in the military, it definitely like benefited me, if anything. Yeah, for sure. Like if you're, as far as being like assigned female at birth, like queer, in the military, they appreciate that more because they feel like you're going to take on those more masculine qualities and you're going to do the job and you're not going to cry about it and you're not going to, what they assume that you're going to do, which I've never seen any women in the military do, but that's what they assume. So they kind of just like treat you like it's like good old bro culture kind of thing. So, yeah.
That's interesting. That's interesting because,
You got to talk into the microphone.
I feel like so for some gay men who've been in the military, I feel like that the experience has been a little bit of the opposite, and it's interesting to look at that from like the stereotypical gender specific perception of what, like what you're saying. They're like, it benefited you because they felt like, oh, well, you're,
more masculine. Yeah.
more masculine, and so therefore it's going to be more that it's going to be more beneficial to us because of their perception of who you might be versus a gay man who might be like people would look more typically. I feel like oftentimes they would be looked down upon because of that.
Another reason why a lot of people, even though don't ask, don't tell was thrown out, there's still so many people in the military who are still so closeted because they just they're so scared of what other people think of them or how the other people are going to perceive them. When it's like, if you really knew every person that was queer or bi or gay, that if everybody came out, you'd be flabbergasted, because you'd be like, oh my God, I had this perception of this is what a queer person's supposed to be, and this is you, and it doesn't line up, and I don't compute, kind of thing. And it's just every different shape, size, different variety, we all come in that way,
Right. Yeah. So now, do you do anything in particular with your friends for Pride Month, or not really? Is it just like another month, just another week, other than it is my birthday month?
Yeah. So, well, me, Kristen, Adrian, VA, and Rhea, you usually we go to the Pride parades and stuff, and we went to New York last year, but I think Adrian and Rhea are on that road trip.
Yeah, they're going on their road trip.
Yeah, lame. And and me and VA were talking about going up to New York maybe for Pride, so we'll see about that.
Oh,
yeah. That's it, because DC Pride's next week, and unfortunately, they called me and they asked me if I wanted to pick up an intern pharmacist shift when I was in New Orleans, and I was half drunk, right? So this is I've been taught now, you never answer a phone call for numbers that you don't know. But I was just like, okay, hello. And they were like, hey, this is the from the pharmacy manager from here. Can you come work out? I was like, yeah, I can. Trying to get off the phone as quickly as possible, because I'm I don't want them to know how drunk I am right now in New Orleans. But yeah, so I'm going to miss the Pride Parade. So
yeah, I have to work this Saturday, so I won't be able to go to the Pride Parade either. Which is unfortunate. I don't know if I told you this. I may have already told you. So, but it was 2019, the 50th anniversary of Stonewall, of the world's Pride, that they had the parade in New York City. I ended up going. My brother and his husband came from Miami, and we went for the parade. And then also my my friends, Gabriel and Sean, they worked for Procter & Gamble, and so they had a float. They had in the parade, so we walked in the parade. It was a lot of fun. It was such a great experience. It was hot as fuck, though. It was really hot, and also they were a little bit delayed in starting the parade. I think by several hours. So we were all just sitting there in the hot sun, just on the pavement, just sitting around waiting for the parade to start. But it was an awesome experience. I really enjoyed it a lot.
So how drunk were you by the time?
So unfortunately, because we were in on the street for the parade, it wasn't we didn't have a lot of booze, So I might have brought a couple things with me, because I thought we were gonna be moving, and then we weren't moving. So I was like, God, I wish I had some.
You didn't plan very well, is all I gotta say.
I didn't plan enough.
Amateur hour.
I know.
Yeah, right.
Really,
you should know better.
I thought we were gonna be on the move, and then we could peel off and go to a bar or something, and then come back on. There's no peeling off and coming back on.
No.
Man, how many parades have you been in where you can peel off and come right back in?
No, we could have peeled off and come back in, but the fucking parade was delayed for several hours, So, and my poor brother-in-law, he had some issue with his knee, so he was at one point he was I just have to. He was I need to leave. He was I need to go back to the hotel. So he wasn't in the parade for much longer.
I mean, it's a lot of time on your feet.
Yeah.
Parade day.
But it was
a
fun.
lot of
I had
water.
a lot of fun.
My hiccups are back, y'all.
Did you try the trick? Look, you have
No,
a straw
sir.
right there. What do you
I have a
put
straw,
on
but
it?
I don't have any water.
I have some right here.
You have beer. And it's Bud Light.
Carbonation is how I got the hiccups in the first place.
Here.
That's
Right
fair.
there. While you're
All
doing
right,
that,
Chantal, we're gonna see if this black magic and voodoo
All
I'm
right,
going to
try it
talking
out.
about works. So,
I'm going to use the facility.
so I'm supposed to take this straw and I'm supposed to put it.
Yup, just like that.
Oh no! I dropped my straw.
That's not good.
Oh no! All right, hold on.
Just blow it off.
So, taking the straw like so.
Yes.
My septum is kind of fucking with me. All right, here we go.
And then you just drink.
This is awesome. Now, how much did it say to drink?
You just drink. It's
Just drink it.
yes.
Let's give that a moment to see if it takes.
5%
So-
efficacy.
So
What'd
where
you
did
say
you?
the effectiveness of? Would you say the success ratio was?
95%.
95.
Now, where'd you find these numbers at? I must know.
They're just in my head. Out of everyone I've ever seen do it. Oh, okay. So now you're gonna have to make me do I have to do a trial or a random controlled trial or something like that.
Yeah, you just
All right.
study.
Wait.
Well, so far so good. The real test will be what happens when I go to take another sip of beer,
Okay.
because that's usually I was good, and then I was like, let me take a sip, and then it all came back. So, but we'll let that roll. Marcus, you got any videos for us to play while we wait for Val to come back?
I do. So I have my favorite TikTok guy. So your choices are Chuck E. Cheese, dollar stores, Golden Girls.
Oh, you know what, Chantel, you're our guest. You choose.
I mean, is Chuck E. Cheese kids being scared by animatronic?
No. It's a guy. It's about different brands.
Okay.
Right. So kids stuff, dollar store, Golden Girls.
Dollar store.
All right, here we go.
Look who it is, bitch! I thought we told your punk ass not to come around here. I guess we gonna have to teach a bitch a lesson. Guys, this is stupid. I'll tell you what's stupid, bitch! You thinking that you could sell shit for 1 cent less and be better than us! I literally never said that I was better than any of you. Oh, we using big words like literally. Oh, okay. What? We are the holy trinity of low quality shit, bitch. You know, at the end of the day, none of us actually cost $1. The fuck you just say? I'm just saying, with tax, I mean, it comes out to more than $1. It's like $1.08. Okay, now we finna jump you. Bitch, where that music coming from? Uno, this has nothing to do with you. Can I go now?
That dude.
That dude kills me, dude. So I have to limit myself to 2 a week because he makes so many of them.
Does he really?
Yeah,
God, imagine having the time to just make TikToks.
I mean,
during the lockdown is easy to imagine because everyone had all the free time on their hands. But imagine now having to if you weren't already making a living off of making TikTok videos, how the fuck do you find the time to generate all that content? I don't know.
It's too much work.
It's too much. It's too much.
It's definitely too much. So I have a couple other ones. I want to add one about Filipinos, which I'm gonna wait till she gets back for that one.
That's the move.
So Chantal, what year were you born?
1989.
Not obviously. All right. So one of these TikToks is about music from the 90s, and you're not gonna be relevant to it. So fuck you.
I mean,
90s music is still.
I was still alive
popular
during then. I was born in the 80s.
Hey, who's Diaz? Who gave us an angry sign?
Who? What?
I can see when people give us angry signs, and somebody gave us an angry sign.
Oh, I don't know, Marcus. Maybe they were offended by the Dollar Tree thing. Maybe they're
Maybe they work there.
They're big fans of the 99-cent store.
I mean, I think my favorite is Dollar General. If I had to choose one.
I mean, you know, they're all the same to me.
I don't know. You been to some Family Dollars in the area?
Yeah, surprisingly, more than a few.
Like, yeah, they're ridiculous. So tell us a little bit more about yourself.
What do you want to know?
Where are you gonna try to get where you want to work at? Like, is there anywhere you're gonna stay in the region? Are you gonna fucking hospitals? I mean,
no, not hospitals. No, thank you. I like retail because it's like I said, it's just a switch in like information from like working in a restaurant or a bar. I actually work for Safeway. I worked for them during during my entire time in school, and so they were just kind of like, yeah, of course, here's a job, and I graduated. So.
That's what's up. Yeah, like I said, people like the girl I was hanging out with. She was working at CVS, and but that was down at the beach. But yeah, she didn't want to do it either. So she but still like just learning and hearing like the horror stories, and then her going into the hospital and hearing those stories. Like, you know, she works. I think it's like 7 days on, 7 days off.
Okay.
So it's a hospital. So like she can actually go on trips and do things. I was kind of like jealous. Being in the service industry as a chef, I was like, well, I want to do that. I want to have 7 days on, 7 days off. Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, 7 days. I get after like a few days of not working. That's usually when trouble starts. Like I need to have a goal. I need to have a purpose. If I go more than a few days without a thing to do,
you need a deadline.
I lose momentum, and then I don't want to do anything. What I wanted to ask you is when you are not doing pharmaceutical related, like what do you do? What do you like to do for fun? What do you do to relax? What do you do to blow off steam?
Well, from the Navy, I'm like a gym rat now.
Okay.
Yeah. But unfortunately, which is actually kind of a really cool thing, my gym has been closed since June 19th because they're filming the Lady in the Lake or something with Natalie Portman and Lupita Nyong'o. So yeah, they ripped apart my entire gym and just turned it into like some type of like department store for the show.
They turned your gym into a department store for a TV show or a movie?
Yeah, for a TV show.
Why wouldn't they do a department store for a department store?
Because it was set in 1960s, and I don't know if Val told you guys, but like I live in Baltimore technically right now, and so I go to the Under Armour Performance Center, which used to be the Bank of America building. So
I know where that is. Yeah.
So they ripped it all apart because it still has that like look
that old 60s aesthetic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, will you be getting your gym back?
Yes, tomorrow. Thank God.
Oh wow. Okay.
They did all that shit in 2 weeks.
It was that's how long it was closed. A week prior to that, we only had half our gym because they had ripped up half the equipment to start doing stuff, but still like had us going in there for like literally half the workout equipment. It was
Man, how much did they get paid to do that shit?
Lots.
Come in, damn.
Lots of
all
money.
your shit out.
Lots of money.
Watch you have all brand new equipment.
That'd be nice.
Go big and all brand new shit.
Yeah, folks, when you guys go out to movies and concerts and stuff and you wonder why that shit's so expensive, as someone did like do the Coldplay show to set that fucking shit up with so many people, it took so many people to do it, and to be able to like set it up in one, it took 4 days for them to build the infrastructure for the stage, and then a whole day and a half to like bring in all the like LED, the lights, and all the flash and stuff. And this band can't go anywhere without 10,000 confetti cannons and fireworks and shit. And so like it takes a lot of people to set all that fucking shit up without anybody fucking dying. And so when you're like, what is this ticket like a few $100s? Yeah, because that's what it takes to make the show look good and make sure no one dies doing it. So,
yeah, you don't want anybody to die.
No.
Nobody wants to.
That's rule number 1. Everyone goes home. Everyone comes home. Everyone comes in and leaves with the same number of digits that they arrived with.
So this person I'm assessing with the person who gave us the angry face. He has DC as fuck as his backdrop.
All right. So he's probably a lover.
Wait, who has an angry face? What?
I'll send it in the chat. Private chat.
Private chat. You hear that, kids? We have a private chat.
Private.
That's for us, not for you. Don't know. Don't know, but hey, they're paying attention, and that's what really matters.
So if anyone was wondering why it took me so long to come back,
Did you fall?
I kind of forgot that I was supposed to feed Percy.
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that on there.
No, I mean, like a half an hour or so is not that big a deal,
Okay.
but like, but so I went in there and he was yelling at me. He was like standing right there. That cat is on. So he is definitely on a schedule. So he has diabetes. He needs to have like and what do you call it?
A
Insulin
shot.
shot.
Yeah.
And then he gets fed like around 10ish or so, 10, 11 every day, 10 p.m., 10 a.m. And I went in there and I was like, oh, fuck.
He's sitting there tapping his foot by the door.
I mean, he has the personality of Garfield. So yeah,
He is so mad. I was like,
he's
oops.
fat, angry, and wants to eat everything.
And hates Mondays.
He does
probably
hate Mondays.
Who doesn't?
Absolutely does. So Val, you're back,
I'm back.
and I was asking you about who's dating Chelsea Handler.
Oh, yeah, Joe Coy.
So this is
Who?
Joe Coy.
Joe Coy? I thought Chelsea Handler only liked black dudes.
Apparently not.
everything but white. Good for her. But here we go. Filipino love.
Chelsea,
She's Jewish,
and you're Joe.
and I'm Filipino.
And he's not the only Filipino who has infiltrated our family. My niece has been dating a Filipino man for 5 to 6 years. They'll probably get married. My brother Roy is in the Philippines right now about to marry his Filipino fiance.
Yeah, they are annoying, though.
So the Handler family
They're fucking
has been
annoying.
infiltrated by Filipinos, much in the same way the Kardashians have been infiltrated by black men. So we have one more slot to fill, and that's for my older sister Simone. If you're Filipino between the ages of 50,
Or whatever, 60, 70, it doesn't matter when
no,
you're
not
Filipino.
70, not 70.
But when you're Filipino and 70, you look
Oh,
30.
yeah.
So that's an
But
advantage.
we're not only looking for Filipinos.
You can be black Filipino. You can be black Chinese Filipino. As long as
Blindies.
it's Filipino, the handlers will take you.
Well-
Handlers love Filipinos.
We want more Filipinos.
Sprinkle the handlers with Filipino. Like that.
Mahal kita.
Mahal kita.
God, they are annoying.
They're so,
They're
Can
so
you
annoying.
imagine? Can you imagine being at a party with those two
No.
assholes? Just
That's the thing. So it's like two comedians together, and they're just always trying to one up each other and
always
one up
on.
everybody else.
yeah, their breakup is going to be spectacular.
I mean,
Oh,
like,
it is.
I always loved him, but like
Oh, he's funny as shit.
once they started dating, I started like the amount of joy I got from him became less and less. Like
Yeah.
he's still pretty funny. He has a movie coming out in August. I think it's called Easter Sunday or something like that. It looks pretty funny.
Easter Sunday
Are you gonna make us all watch it?
sounds.
Yeah, man.
No, I'm kidding.
Also, but the thing is about him is that like I'm not trying to discredit anybody who's biracial or whatever, but he's half Filipino. So like, he's been I mean, and I know that he was raised by his mom mostly.
So that means he's Filipino.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You can be half Filipino if the Filipino mom is raising you. Yo ass
You
is
feel-
Filipino. Sorry.
And I
No.
don't know. I mean, I feel like a lot of the Filipinos that I know who are half Filipino, they tend to identify more with the Filipinos because like there's such a specific identity,
Yeah.
like cultural identity
Oh yeah.
of the Filipinos that like they
Every
tend to-
every half Filipino person that I know, and I probably know like 5 or 6, they are all like, I'm Filipino.
Yeah.
Period.
my
I mean-
my cousins. So most of I only have one cousin who married another Filipino. Like the rest of my cousins have married people other than Filipinos, and all their kids are like identify so strongly with the Filipino community, which is fun. I mean, I love them. I love them. And not to get like too too in depth about it, but one of my cousins, his daughter is Filipina. She's half Filipino, she's queer, and she actually wrote this whole essay or article about how she felt sort of not accepted by anybody, like where she couldn't. It wasn't until she identified as queer that she started feeling like she was part of a community, because even though she identify our family, like we're Filipino and she identifies with us, but like it was like in her broader community, like she wasn't quite white, but she also wasn't quite not white, so like it was just like this sort of limbo that she fell in.
Well, and on top of that, with a lot of other communities, there's a conservative element that is not going to be accepting of that, and so you have the racial thing and the sexuality issue, and so
yeah, and they're in California, and they're like, the Filipinos there are very different, like
different. How about
like they're very cliquey, and like sometimes some of them, depending on like where you're living, they can be very exclusive, so.
Would you say that's a California thing and not a California Filipino thing?
I think that's a people thing in
I'm
general.
not sure. I don't know, but like I know that I felt that there oftentimes were this from my cousins and my friends who live in California. They definitely, especially my friends who were from the East Coast and were transplanted over on the West Coast, like they definitely felt like there was like a different feel, a different vibe about it.
Well, East Coast people already bring a different energy when they go out west anyways, like
yeah,
they don't, a lot of our sarcasm and dry humor is lost.
Right.
It's lost on people who never really experience a change of seasons.
Right.
Change the season.
That must be why. That has to be why.
I'm saying, dude, honestly, if you live somewhere where it's fucking basically the weather's the same all the time, that's not normal.
If you don't have a winter, you don't get to cry.
It's not normal.
Right.
You need that winter to cry.
You haven't lived until you've gotten a full fucking dose of some seasonal affective disorder. I haven't seen the sun in 6 days and I just want to die feeling. Like you really need that to be able to appreciate all the sunshine.
And then it's like 89 degrees in January and 32 2 days later.
Warps your whole perception. Warps your
Fucks with your
whole perception.
Really
Fucking with my mind, man.
All right,
speaking of crying, Marcus.
Oh, you want to play that one now?
Oh shit.
So Chantel, just a little background. Sometimes we have this little segment of what makes Marcus cry, because
he's a big old softy.
He's a softy inside.
We don't shame crying on this show, by the way. We are
but
pro.
it's funnier because I never cried till my injury. Now I cry at commercials.
Pro emotion.
So this is what made me cry earlier today.
You selling? Selling socks? Yeah. Do you even need girl socks? For my daughter.
It's too big.
Can I see what one pair looks like? I left my wallet at home and I was gonna come back and pay you for the socks.
Get them back there. You can have those.
Thank you, Ron.
God bless you, man.
I love you.
Do more, man. God bless you. Let me do something better, man. Here.
What are you gonna do?
Let me do something better. See this small?
Oh yeah, those are even better.
Here, take them all.
All the socks.
Oh, glory to God. You better.
Thank you so much. Ron, before you go, when I was gonna ask a stranger to help me bless my daughter, I was giving them $1,000.
You serious?
Because you're a beautiful man and you went.
Yeah, I'll take that. This is mine.
$1,000.
You serious?
What's your dream, Ron?
Oh man, my dream is just to bless someone else like you just blessed me. Thank you, God.
He said, my dream is to not have to sell socks out of the trunk of my car. But no, that was beautiful. Like, I always get a little weird about philanthropy videos like that, because I always feel like if you're gonna do a good deed for somebody, you should just do it.
And don't show off.
It gets to a point where like, there's a lot of these where it's like, okay, yes, you just did something great, but could you have done it without the need for all the clicks?
Right. Yeah.
Right. But what this guy does is that he also, like, for instance, not with that guy, because he didn't seem to need this, but there are other ones that he does that he'll then start GoFundMe pages for them.
Okay. Cool,
Like,
cool.
you know, like there's one guy who was like homeless and he had like a nickel, lost his leg, had one nickel, and he goes, and he came up to him and he was like, hey, I don't remember, something like, I need gas. Do you think you could give me like $1 or something for gas? And he was like, I don't have that. He was like, but I have a nickel. Oh, he was like, I need to get on the bus. I left my wallet at home. He's like, do you have like 50 cents? And he was like, I don't got 50 cents. He's like, I got a nickel. He's like, you could take it. Here's my nickel. He's like, that's all I got. And he was like, oh shit. He was like, and then so he ended up giving like, I can't remember, $500 or $1,000. But he also started like a GoFundMe page for him to raise money for him to get him off the streets and stuff.
Right on. Yeah,
so he
see, I
does that
appreciate
for like he's done it for multiple people.
because I feel like I appreciate that. Like, it's one thing to give somebody, you know, it's one thing to give someone money. It's another thing to like give them, to put them on a path to be able to like change.
Yeah. And like there's this one guy who was like, he was sitting at a bench, on a bench, or maybe at a bus stop. He was like, hey, do you think you can give me a little, like I left my wallet at home. Same thing. Like I need like, he's like, oh no, he said this time, he said, I just lost my job. He was like, I'm feeling kind of low. Do you think you could sit down and talk to me for a little bit? And this guy, he was from another country. I don't remember where he was from, but he was like, what do you need? What do you need? Do you need dinner? Do you need like a place to live? What do you need? Do you need some money? And he was like, I just want to sit down with you for a little bit. He's like, here's $20. And he's like, what? $20? That's crazy. He's like, yeah, I have 20. You have 20. He was like, I have $40. I'll give you 20. And so he was like, just saying that. So then he was like, let me, I'm going to give you whatever, $1,000. And this guy goes, what? And he said, I only had $40 for till the end of the month. He was like, I gave you 20. He was like, I had only $40 till the end of the month. And then I have money again. When the month starts, he's like, now I can use this to pay my rent. And he was like, just,
love to see it.
So,
love to see it.
But I hear what you're saying, Boo. Sometimes people do it just for like the clicks and like the recognition.
And some of them are set up even. Some of them are kind of like not real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so it's every time I watch them, I'm kind of like, all right, how legit is this? So,
right.
Yeah. It's at the end of the day, there's worse things out there that, I'm not trying to be all like, but yeah, it's just one of those things. It's nice to know that guy is doing more than documenting himself doing a good deed. The GoFundMe thing is taking it a step further.
And he's using his platform for the GoFundMe thing, which that's good.
Yeah.
And a lot of the people that he goes to talk to are like people who are homeless. And so he tries to, say like, let's try and get them out of homelessness and get them some help and stuff.
I mean, it's I feel like between I don't know, maybe it's just me. I feel like homelessness is something that is definitely more in the forefront of conversation recently than at least in DC, with the whole shuffling of the homeless around the town and the shutting down of some of the camps. And we're on, DC is on the verge of a mayoral election. And that's been a hot topic amongst, the candidates and stuff. I'm really curious just because they just cleared all the, what's fucked up is they just cleared the encampment by Union Station. And then a few days later, someone posted on Instagram, it's a video of that space where all of the tents and stuff used to be. And now it's just nothing but rats. It's just and not just like the big fat mama jammas just running all around where that's fucking spot or where those homeless people used to camp. It's really, they just can't seem to win. And yeah, where are they taking these people? Like there's they have the programs, they have the vouchers, but I feel like they don't really have the system set up to implement it. We need to get someone on the show that knows their shit so that we can talk about it.
Mark Babiak.
Talk about it properly. Yeah, we got him back.
Babiak,
he's been a busy dude. I hung out with him earlier this week. We had a good time. But
he deals with a lot of that. I think he deals with a lot of like recovering addicts getting off the street and actually finding places to live and stuff. So it's good shit.
And speaking of the DC election, I find myself in a really fucking weird space because I don't live in DC anymore, but I still feel emotionally invested in all of this
fuck
shit.
yeah. All of
So,
it, because a lot of it is tied to a lot of things that we all.
somebody was like, "Are you
feel
going to
very-
watch the debates?" And I'm like, I can't vote for any of them. Like, all I could do is sit there and be like, yeah or no.
Right.
And
But you, with all of us with a platform, we can say, well, we feel that we would put our support behind X, Y, and Z.
and I haven't been in PG County long enough to know. I haven't been in Hinesville long enough to know who the candidates are that are running there.
Fuck PG County. We're talking about DC.
Not the first time those words have been uttered.
I mean, I feel like the mayor's race is going to be fairly interesting, given that, like, you know, it's still Mayor Bowser, and then it's Robert White, and then it's like wacky Trayon White.
I read the transcripts. I read the transcripts from the debate, and honestly, Robert White said everything that I would say. Like, and every time he dug at her, it was totally some passive aggressive shit that I would have done. And like, yeah, if I was gonna vote, I would vote for him.
I have bad feelings towards Robert White.
Trayon White, I feel like is, Ward 7 and 8 need a voice, but Ward 7 and 8 need a voice that actually knows how to speak the language of politics. Right. His heart might be in the right place. Maybe, hopefully, through this experience, he's taking notes.
Right.
And developing
like his community. Really, they believe in him.
Yep.
He does a lot for them. He really he's committed to them.
What the conversation I was having with a buddy of mine, we were talking about earlier in the week. One of the things that is to his detriment is that as of right now, one of the things that people know about him the most is he's the one that thinks the Jews created the weather machine.
Yeah.
And so, like, he needs to.
You might need to explain to Chantal.
My man needs to get himself out there, and like, if he has a platform beyond those types of things, like his answers. I saw when I read the transcripts, the answers that I saw of his were very, very short, very, very and again, it was elements of someone who didn't really 100% have the grasp of the language to articulate his points.
Right. And the problem that I think the challenge that he has is that he has been in his political career, he has been very focused on one specific community and demographic, right? So he knows how to speak to his community, he knows how to speak to his constituents, but he hasn't quite what you're saying, Boo, is that
there are 6 other wards in the city that he needs to be able to communicate.
Well, there's 7, right? Because he's really only representing the one, even though he's still he's able to communicate more effectively to the other. But I think that he just I agree with you that I think that he needs to, unfortunately, which sucks because that's politics, he needs to learn how to be able to reach the other 6 or 7 wards, because he's never going to win otherwise.
Yeah. But I mean, excuse me, hiccups are back.
Damn it.
Did the straw thing work?
It did work.
It did. Until
I took a sip. So what I was going to say though is, you were talking about having an issue with Robert White. I'm not speaking personally. Just policy-wise, his attitude, his vantage point. He's, calling out the mayor for pay to play, calling out the mayor for being pro-development and not focusing on the community. I was always a believer of fewer murals and more actual grassroots community work.
So then I have it. Put the straw on. We'll put the straw on.
It's carbonated.
So
I mean, let's ask.
I've never seen that combo before. That's the first. So let me know if it works.
Nope. Well, we'll see.
But let's ask the resident DC resident here. Only
There are
one.
none. There are none.
Oh,
Chantel lives in Baltimore.
that's right. Shit. We ain't none of us voting.
Yeah.
Fuck Bowser. Anyway, no. Don't fuck Bowser.
I mean, the challenge is that Bowser really does have a lot of support.
Yeah, she has a lot of support from all the people with money in town, and like
she
I had gone. Excuse me, I had gone on about this during the run up to the presidential election. She is a Bloomberg Democrat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was brought up in a mayoral program sponsored by Michael Bloomberg. She is a corporatist, a capitalist, like, yes, she's black. Yes, she's a woman. Yes,
she doesn't like mofo sauce. Fuck her.
But, she's on top of the cause about mofo sauce and all, like, she's, at the go a few weeks ago, woman, go home. Stop. Just stop. I hate a performative demonstration. I hate people pandering. And that's what the fuck that shit was. Like, come on. You don't fucking go to Go-Go's. You don't listen to Go-Go.
You don't care about
stop.
Go-Go.
You don't give a fuck about the community that fucking gets down with Go-Go. Like, maybe you like some Chuck Brown. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all like busting loose. But, it's performative. And I just when I read her answers from those transcripts, I got the atypical incumbent, vibe. You still think that we need more cops and that the cops need all the guns and all the things, to do the things instead of like actual community outreach. The city has more money than fucking anything from all these fucking traffic cameras.
Right.
Just on parking alone, the city has so
Parking
much
and traffic
money.
cameras. Fucking,
So
I've
much
paid
money.
so much money to this.
And your fucking solutions, to shit just isn't, it doesn't add up. And what I'm hoping is that, if Robert White doesn't win this time, he at least does a good job of getting his message out. And he spends his time between now and the next election taking notes, keeping score. And so that way, when he runs again, he can be like, all right, well, y'all had a chance to elect me last time. And since y'all didn't, here's all the shit that she should have done, said she was going to do, didn't do. Here's all the money she gave away to people from out of town to do stuff instead of investing in local this, local that. Like, hopefully he'll take notes and come back stronger. I don't know. I like this platform. I can't speak about the man personally. Val, you sounded like you had a personal beef with him.
I don't have a personal beef with him.
Okay.
He did not support maintaining the tip credit. So that is a very big.
That is a thing, but you know what? That's something that over time he could possibly be.
Nope, he was
convinced otherwise.
Nah, because.
Well, you know what? If that's hey, you know what? If that's a thing that keeps, I did not know that. I was today years old when I found that out. If that's a thing that keeps him from getting your vote, then that's what that is. That's his sword to fall on.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I agree with you. There are some things that it's easy to be like, Mayor Bowser, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, like but like, I don't know. He was also our attorney general, and like, he's part of the administration. You're part of it, sir. Like, what are you gonna do? What have you done?
Well, he's going after J6ers, so give him that at least.
True. Speaking of those J6ers, I don't want to mention his name.
Oh, I did it while you were in the bathroom.
Did you?
Well, actually, no. When he brought up the proudest fuck shirt.
Yeah.
We should send that to him.
Yeah. No, I was thinking when you said that, but,
oh, you are okay.
Yeah. But that motherfucker pled guilty. And so Chantel, just a little background. There is a former longtime DC bartender who in November of 2020 pledged himself to the Proud Boys. Then basically when the videos started circulating among social media, then got blackballed. And he doubled down and just openly joined them and was like actually threatening certain establishments of friends of ours that, that wouldn't allow him to come in. And he started threatening them with his Proud Boy contingency. He was part of the group of people who stormed the Capitol on January 6th. And initially, he claimed he wasn't there. First, he claimed he wasn't there. Then, when his ankle monitor that went off, he had a protective order against him by one of our friends. So they could track him. Then he was like, oh, I was only there. Oh, also, he was on CNN. Marcus and I were in Delaware at the time. We're watching the riots, and I go, oh, look, there he is on CNN.
Can we make how he's wearing the Punisher shirt?
He's such a
That's how
Dude,
dumb.
The Punisher would fuck him up.
That's what I'm. That's my. That's my.
Was a real person, he would curb stomp the fucking shit out of him.
That's the irony of him wearing that fucking shirt.
He was just there
Fucking
to de-escalate.
He was just there to chill people out.
He was just trying to.
Said dude
peace, blah, blah,
said
blah.
dude photographed throwing a podium.
Yeah.
He's that guy.
He is the worst. Anyway, now he's pled guilty and
he's gonna get a slap on the fucking wrist and some bullshit.
No, he got what did he get? He actually got something.
No, I mean,
he's still in jail. He's in jail.
He's currently in jail.
He's in jail for violating his fucking shit like a bunch of times, but this is America. He's gonna white man his way out.
Well, let's hope not, because he should get sentenced for.
I said he could spend
50 to 60 months in jail.
51 to 63 months. But like Boo said, he's white.
Because he pled, which means he's snitching on people, which means that he'll get less.
He might get time served and shit like that, which is stupid. But they might also take in consideration that he violated. That's why he ended up in jail, because he was supposed to be on house arrest.
Yep.
But he violated multiple curfews and restraining orders and protective orders and stuff like that. So they might actually put him in jail, and God willing, they do it soon, because he is awful. Anyway, so that's that. He rolled in my community, my community of bartenders and industry folk. We used to hang out with him because he was dating one of our friends. And then
fuck that guy.
Fuck him.
So anyways, I'm gonna do the call to action, and then I hate to be the guy, but I'm gonna have to slide out of here.
What?
Sooner or later. It's midnight.
Do the call actions. We'll watch some TikToks and get out of here.
Yeah, you guys can stick around. I just wanted to be. I got to be responsible adult. Responsible adult, and we just want to let you all know we appreciate your love, attention, patronage. You're sitting at home on a Sunday watching us. That makes us feel special. Please feel to recommend us to all your friends and loved ones on Facebook and Instagram with the District of Misfits. On YouTube, subscribe to our channel, the District of Misfits Show. Watch this show and other episodes of other content produced by District Dogface Studio. On Twitch, District of Misfits. It's all one word. And then you can go to CrushingDC.com and purchase some fine wares. We got hats, hoodies, onesies, bibs, coffee mugs, bedspreads, flip-flops, socks, all kinds of fun fucking shit for your body.
You say toilet seats?
No, but if we had toilet seats.
We should
okay.
Put that up there, yeah.
No, I was about to say something real.
Do it. Do it.
We're almost an hour and a half into this, 2 hours into the show.
We're gonna start doing custom toilet seats in the shape of your least favorite politician. That's what we should do.
Taking a shit on Mitch McConnell.
Taking a big old shit in Mitch McConnell's mouth.
On
Oh, that's a great idea.
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Oh, an MGT. Dude, you could have. All right, hold on. We'd have maybe instead of toilet seats, rotating toilet seat covers. So that way you can. Oh man, you done peed all over fucking Lady G this week. Swap her out for a Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Oh, that bitch.
Oh, so yeah, where was I? Yeah, and if you guys want to create your own podcast or be a guest on this show, reach out to us at districtdogfacestudio@gmail.com. Yeah, I would if it weren't for work in the morning, I'd be down to go into overtime with y'all, but nonetheless.
We need to create it overtime. We need to start doing that. Like
we used to. That was a thing. Like we would stop and then be like, "Hey, if you guys want to hang out for a little bit longer."
Oh, we did.
That was like the beginning of the lockdown. That was the changing our business model.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, man.
All right, let's play some TikToks.
Okay.
This is a little nostalgic. Let's make us old guys. So take this off the thing.
The top 5 songs this week in 1997 on the Billboard charts 25 years ago.
You were 8 years old. 8. I hate that song.
Sometimes your words just hypnotize me, and I just love your flashy ways. I guess that's why they're broken. You're so mean.
Yeah.
Fucking mad spicy up in here, y'all.
Yes. Yes.
His face. He was like, "Oh fuck." Yo, oh my god. Yo. All right, so first of all, have y'all seen the Frito-Lay commercial with Mark Morrison? Return of the snacks.
No,
I think I have.
He's at a pool party and he's talking about Fritos and Cheetos, but it's to the tune of that song, and it's just Return to the snacks. It's amazing.
I haven't seen it.
It's brilliant marketing. Go Frito-Lay. And shout out to Mark Morrison. Get some money. Getting that back end, getting that Frito-Lay money and that back end royalty.
It's funny you say that. The last TikTok of the night has Frito-Lays in it. All right. So when you do an interview, you know how annoying it is, guys, when we're talking and people, getting in the way.
EP coming out?
Coming out literally in 1 week,
Come on, man. You don't know better than that as a cool person. Come on, man.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Wait, play that again. Do it again.
Rose in the back.
Oh, my God.
His face.
Do it again.
When is the new EP coming out?
Coming out literally in 1 week,
Come on, man. You don't know better than that as a cool person. Come on, man.
You know better than that.
Oh, my God. Yo. Oh my God. That was awesome.
All right, so for the last thing, anybody got any last words?
When you're out drinking,
don't do shrooms.
No. or I mean, maybe or maybe not, but
grab his dick and twist it. Oh.
Keep it light. That's it. That's all I got. Keep it light. Everyone wants to talk about serious shit when you're out drinking.
No,
don't do that.
No.
Sex, drugs, rock and roll, art,
why?
music.
Why are we debating? Why are we debating what we're drinking?
Oh, yeah.
Right, Marcus?
Yes, Marcus. Why are we debating while we're drinking? Why are we trying to talk about serious world-shaping things while we're out boozing on a Saturday night? Don't be a Debbie Downer.
Don't be a Debbie Downer.
We have 7 days out of the fucking week. We have 6 days out of the week to fucking lament about how shitty the world is and all the things wrong with it and all the things we want to do.
In that day.
Don't waste your valuable drinking time.
Amen.
Exactly.
Being that person.
Also, 2 weeks and 1 day until the hair comes off. It's my birthday month.
2 weeks and 1 day till the air comes off.
It's my birthday month.
It's my birthday. All right, I am out of here. Shout out to Matt and Sarah. Congratulations on your nuptial. Shout out to the Mighty IATSE Local 22. Shout out to all y'all for watching. And I'm going to make myself scarce. Chantel, really nice to meet you. Thank you for being on.
Really nice to meet you too. I hope I get to see you on the 20th at Val's party.
Oh, yeah. If I'm not working, I'll be all up in that piece.
All right, you better not be working, boo. That's one of those days you're gonna be like, I am unavailable.
All right. Later.
Do we have more videos?
I got videos. I got memes.
Oh boy.
All right, Val, you sent us all the memes to read them all.
I did. When you clean your room so good that the only trash left is you.
That's that good clean.
I really felt that one. It really hit home to me.
That's why I leave my room just ever so slightly dirty.
All right, what else you got, Marcus? Teacher, the 5 senses are sight, hearing, taste, smell, and touch. Me, I can hear pictures. Teacher, no, you can't. Me, this is Boo. You don't see it right now. It's the
Bill and Ted.
Bill and Ted when they're like.
Didn't they just come out with a new one of those like a year or two ago?
Yeah, but it was like not.
It's
really.
it's Bill and fucking Ted. What do you expect from this movie? It is. It's exactly what you think it's going to be.
Okay.
It's stupid. You laugh. It's ridiculous
because it's so dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, Bill and Ted is the precursor to Beavis and Butthead.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
It's so funny, like thinking back to like if you're looking back, you look at Keanu Reeves now, and like, you know, he's in Bill and Ted. You know, like he's his career has catapulted into something completely different. But he started with Bill and Ted.
Gives you a little bit of everything.
And it's even when he got to the Matrix, people are still saw Bill and Ted in the Matrix in the beginning.
I know kung fu.
And he's such a good dude too. Like he's just, you know, I'm sure you've seen like all those like memes and things about him and how he just like comes and hangs out with the people and like people don't even realize it's him. Bye, Boo.
Give you guys a shout this week.
Okay. Anyway, I love me some Keanu Reeves.
So Val, we're gonna teach you when you go for beers, don't be doing it when you're asking a question.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, because normally it's not down there; it's up on the table, but there's no room.
Yeah, but when you're asking our guests a question, don't be like, "Hey, so what are you doing this one?" Yeah, back here. You know, you did it twice. I have to call you out.
2 times.
2 times.
At least just 2 times.
All right. Val, this is one of your many memes.
I only sent me calculating how much sleep I'll get if I watch one more episode.
I feel like we all do this.
All of us.
I know I fucking do.
There's this one show that I'm sort of obsessing over right now. It's called A Million Little Things. There are 5 seasons to it right now, so it's like really easy to just keep like going into the next episode. And I'll be like in bed, like watching it. I'll be like, I mean, I could just watch one more. And it's like 4:30 in the morning already.
That's when you're like,
every episode, I'm like, I mean, it's only 42 minutes, this one.
oh no.
I'm the
Have
worst.
Wait, we were talking about Stranger Things earlier. Have you watched it yet?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Like, you mean like not the new season or like not at all?
I haven't watched the new season yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen the first season. And because it's been so long, I feel like I need to recap with like the last few episodes of like the last season.
Okay.
Because I kind of don't remember what happened. That's what happened to me with Ozark also. Like I couldn't 100% remember what happened like the last couple episodes, and so I had to like rewatch the few episodes beforehand to like get me up to speed.
I heard we might be getting an Ozark spinoff, which I'm kind of excited about.
Really? With who?
What? Yeah.
But I didn't. All I heard is something. I read something in some like thing that they might be spinning off Ozark with Jonah, which I guess.
Oh no! See, I would never watch that. Fuck Jonah. I hate him.
What?
Yeah, he hasn't watched the whole thing.
I haven't watched the whole thing, but also he just annoys the fuck out of me.
He was cute in the first couple seasons. So, Chantel, what are you watching? What are you binging right now?
Well, I just finished Stranger Things, all caught up on The Boys. I'm rewatching Nip Tuck right now, actually.
I loved that show.
Yeah. I did love that show back in the day.
Oh my god,
it's such a classic. It's so good. Yeah,
it was like one of those first shows. I mean, that's what made FX was Nip Tuck. Like that show, like,
and it was like for the time, it was like super racy.
Yeah,
and I think it took it from like HBO and Showtime having really good shows to like FX really starting to like put their hat in the ring.
Yeah,
it's what's that, like 5 seasons, right?
It's like 5 or 6, and they're all like 22 episodes or something like that. Like I think I'm in season 2 right after Julia like runs through the screen door.
Oh,
and the glass.
Yeah, that's something we should rewatch, Val.
Yeah,
that would be good.
I love that show.
Like,
it's perfect.
Remind me, was it a half an hour or an hour?
It was an hour. So
yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was an hour. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're really good. Yeah. And do you ever look at the son and go like, he looks just like Michael Jackson?
Yes. Now I have to go back. Really does?
Yes.
I have to go. See now.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me pull it up. Oh, please.
What else have you been watching?
You're right. He does.
I'm trying to think. Like I've like everything that just came out, of like binged in like no time. So, honestly, I haven't really been watching that much because Michael Jackson.
Yes.
All right. I wasn't gonna play more than 2 of this guy, but since you said Michael Jackson, here's my favorite TikToker.
Isn't it great that we all made it to heaven? Now we get to spend all of eternity together. I think I'd rather be in hell with Al Capone and Hitler. Mom, can you please try and be positive? You made it to heaven in spite of everything about you. Well, personally, I can't wait to see what eligible late bachelors are out here. Oh, my stars, I think I see Sidney Poitier. Blanche, that is Chadwick Boseman. I thought he looked younger. Can one of y'all lend me some quarters for the washer and dryer? For Christ's sakes, Rose, what part of heaven don't you understand? You're right, bitch. They'll probably just take my credit card. If I wasn't already dead, this would be my 13th reason why. Oh my God, it's the Golden Girls. Oh my goodness, Michael Jackson. Now I know this thing is rigged. Mother, you ladies are gonna love it here. The ice cream machine at McDonald's is always working. There's endless curly fries. And the show Firefly never got canceled. All right, you numbnuts, get out of my way. Where's the remote? Thank you for being a friend. Shimona.
So since Boo's not here, I can play all of them.
Oh boy.
Are you guys okay with that?
He does not appreciate those guys.
Yeah, I don't care. All right.
Well, we're waiting now, Marcus.
Chuck E. Cheese.
What was the best place to go in the 90s as a kid? Lies, bitch. You was out here giving kids horrible pizza and nightmares. Bitch, how was I giving kids nightmares? You answered your own question, bitch. Back in the day, it was all about Toys R Us. Your parents didn't even have to buy you nothing, bitch. Kids would just come in here and fuck around with shit. Bitch, it was all about going to Blockbuster in the 90s. Rent Power Rangers the movie and a video game. Bitch, my ball pit alone is better than you. Bitch, did they pay extra for urine or was the urine included? Bitch, it was all about going to the park. It was fun and free. Bitch, your slide alone disqualifies you. Bitch, what you got against my slide? You was out here burning kids alive, bitch. I think you were all the best part of the 90s. Taco Bell, get your ass out of here. You really need to grow up, bitch. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. That is not your slogan, bitch.
So Taco Bell comes into almost any like brand. So that's
this guy's videos, like They'll be talking about anything. It could be beer. It could be like
cell
chicks,
phones.
whatever. And then like fucking Taco Bell comes in and he like tries to appropriate like the slogans of other things, of other products.
So now Uno's starting to come in a lot. So like Uno made an appearance, and it's sad that I know this much about this guy's fucking TikToks.
Wow, Marcus, that's really.
But I don't know if I played it, but they were playing spades and checkers and dominoes, and all of a sudden you hear the music and it's Uno, and everybody's like, it's like Debo coming in. So everybody freezes up on him. So that's why in the early one when they came in, everybody's like, "Fuck, we ain't fucking with you." So yeah, about that. All right, here is some more memes, and we'll get out with the last TikTok. Valerie Torres.
Stop asking Jesus to take the wheel. Cars didn't exist 2,000 years ago, and he had absolutely no idea what he's doing. I don't know what any of this shit is, and I'm scared. Says Jesus.
Says white Jesus.
That is white Jesus.
It was a very white Jesus.
It's like
this is me.
blonde hair. He was out in the sun for a long time.
I mean, he was hanging out, wasn't he? No. All right, I feel like this is me on most nights.
Me when I realized I overreacted and was being a drama queen, but it's too late, so I got to stand my ground. Yes, Marcus, that is you on most nights.
All right. Any last words when you fucktards?
I have the same last words. Don't be a cunt.
True.
I mean, also, it's my birthday month.
All right.
So when I used to teach, I might have mentioned this before in a previous episode. When I used to teach the preschoolers, you know, one of our main things that we used to do during circle time, morning meeting, or whatever, we would do the calendar every morning. And every morning when it was January 1, I'd be like, boys and girls, it's a very important day. Who could tell me what day it is? And they'd be like, it's Tuesday or whatever. It's like, it's you, whatever they would say. And I go, yes, all of those are true, but also it's the beginning of Miss Torres' birthday month. And like the poor kids who like, first of all, who also, they had birthdays in June. They'd be like, it's my birthday too. I'm like, yes. But more importantly, it's Miss Torres' birthday month. And then like the other kids would be like, well, what about my birthday in October? And I'm like, yeah. But like, it's June. It's my birthday month.
Yes.
Every June. Because, you know
Your
what?
birthday's every June, right?
But what I'm saying is growing up as a child with a June birthday was very challenging because you're still in school, right? But like you never got to celebrate your birthday. I never got to celebrate my birthday in school.
You know what? Fuck you. I'm born in August.
But like
I went back to school the week of my birthday.
Okay. But like we're talking about me right now, Marcus.
I didn't get no
We're talking about me. And it was just always like it was such a struggle when I was a child. And I'd always feel badly about it, but I never said anything because I was a good kid. I'd just be like, okay. And then as I got older, my parents weren't great about celebrating my birthday. In fact, they were like a little bit awful. When I was like in my preteen and like teenage years, like they did my 16th birthday, my parents invited their friends to my house. And like I was in a t-shirt and boxer shorts when they like gave me this. I was in my bedroom and they called me downstairs. I was in boxer shorts and a t-shirt. They were like, happy birthday. And like I had my cake and then I went back to my bedroom and my parents had a party on my 16th birthday. And I was like, cool, that sucks. So when I got old enough, then I started really celebrating my birthday on my own. So now I celebrate my birthday month.
You know what? Sounds like you deserve it. Like you work.
Exactly. Yeah. Let me tell you, I have a lot of June birthdays in my life. Like Geminis seem to gravitate towards each other. Also, June babies tend to gravitate towards each other. I have like my one good friend who was supposed to be on our show today. She couldn't because she's sick. But her birthday's tomorrow. Our other friend, her birthday is the 13th, so a week later. My birthday's the 20th, so a week after that. So in 2 weeks, the three of us have birthdays. Our other friend has a birthday on the 18th. My cousin, who is almost 10 years younger than me, her birthday's the 18th. I have two friends. One of them is one of my very best friends in the whole wide world. Their birthdays are on the 19th. My aunt's birthday is on the 14th. I had two assistant teachers. One's birthday is the 11th. The other one is the 16th. So I have a lot of June. My uncle's birthday is the 23rd of June.
So when did your parents have sex? Like, what month is that? Like, is it New Year's
September.
Eve?
It was September.
Oh, that's weird.
I mean, it's in the
Y'all
Philippines.
went back to school?
I don't know if there was shit happening in the Philippines. I was made in the Philippines, born in the USA. It's a tattoo that I've been meaning to get for the past 15 years that I haven't got yet. I might do it on my 50th.
Okay. All right.
I mean, there's a tattoo shop right across the street.
I know. I might just do it that day. But my thing is that I want to make sure that I get the design correct.
You've had 50 years.
You should get Adrian. She's really good at drawing things up.
Is she? Well, she's on a fucking road trip right now, so fuck her.
Yeah, fuck her.
Adrian, fuck you.
Yeah.
All right. Last TikTok of the evening, potato chips.
There's a reason why they call me classic, because they felt like basic was too on the nose. Bitch, Lay's chips in general are trash. Bitch, it is 2022. I think we can finally admit that Pringles are gross. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Sounds fair, bitch. Whatever, bitch, at least I'm not Fritos. Fuck all of you fake-ass bitches. Next time y'all want a Frito pie, you can Frito-Lay these nuts, bitch. You guys are harsh in the mellow, man. Bitch, anyone who eats Funyuns has been arrested for possession at least once. Is this a geometry class? Because y'all are a couple of squares. That is a very good math joke. Bitch, if you don't get your healthy but not actually healthy ass out of here. Look, I just want to say, anyone who likes Bugles rides a recumbent bicycle. Hey, be nice to Bugles. My main man Taco Bell is here. Taco Bell, you do not have chips. Ho ho. Every fucking time. Once you pop, you can't stop. That is not your slogan, bitch!
And with that said, we are the District of Misfits Show. Thank you for joining us. Chantel, thank you so much. We'll have you back soon. Val, stop eating on the motherfucking show. Love you guys. See you next week.
I have to represent Jamie at least.
We're totally insane.
They pushed me on and maced me.